I hear your prayers, but it's like, I'm not sure who the fuck is talking to me. Because I can't understand your voice. But what I heard, niggas want to understand me clearly to know, how the fuck am I Eddie? Michael Jones. Fuck how I am being Eddie. Let's worry about the fact that how I know about Eddie. Okay? If I'm not Eddie. Because the whole time, I'm going to give you a brief, short, long story short on the fact of Eddie. For you to know that this is me. Because if it's not, how the fuck do I know about this nigga if the whole time everybody was affiliated with Eddie Michael Jones? Nobody knew where was Mikey. You know what I mean? Y'all all was out here looking for Mikey. Mikey was missing. But the whole time Mikey was missing, you was dealing with Eddie. Now I'm gonna tell you like this. Eddie was in Goldsmith in Hawthorne Cedar Knolls. In Hawthorne. In the middle between Hawthorne Cedar Knolls and Linden Hill. He left from Goldsmith because he was in the ACU. And he left with them people in Linden Hill and went to Icon. He left with Jennifer Ali, Diamond, Philando, Jeremy Perez, Crystal Torres. Yeah, that was it. So they all left. You know what I mean? We all got the Icon. Jeremy Perez could not become a staff in Icon. So they transformed him from Jeremy Perez to Xavier because he still had a mental illness and he needed more evaluation on his mental illness. Me as Eddie, when I went there in Icon, they labeled me a staff because I was too fucking big and strong to be looking like a fucking resident. And them staff know damn well they can't control me if they want to try my gangster. Okay? Now I got there in January as me being Eddie. Okay? In 2004, I got there as me being Eddie in January. I done been through so much shit. I started on Unit 4, working at the staff, and I used to go out to go get Chinese food every day, my nigga. I used to eat the chicken wing and french fries, and I used to get Camille some chicken wings and pork fried rice. Cause that's my fucking daughter, and she had no idea I was undercover. So, one time or another, this nigga Xavier was talking shit to Camille. They was talking back and forth to each other or whatever. And out of nowhere, this nigga turned around and told her to suck his dick. So I punched that nigga dead in his fucking mouth. I had that nigga spitting and bleeding puddles of blood out his fucking mouth, B. Like, I just punched that nigga mad hard. Like, yo, watch your mouth, B. That's my fucking daughter. And that's when I snapped the fuck out and told them niggas that shit. Like, Camille's my fucking daughter, my nigga. I got the letter she wrote me in Stony Lodge Hospital. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? You're not gonna tell me I'm bugging the fuck out and I don't know my fucking child. I punched that nigga dead in his fucking mouth. And that's when Janet turned around and convinced the staff that had moved me to Unit 5. So now I'm working on Unit 5. It's crazy, B. Mind you, this is only in a matter of a month, my nigga. Not even a month went by. Now I'm going to see Janet on the times that she's not at work. You know what I mean? She's in Polo Grounds. So I used to go over there, roll up some blunt, smoke it up and shit. Hang out in her apartment. Alright. Now one time, all them niggas in Polo Grounds know me. It wasn't no fucking joke over there. Them niggas knew I was big homie in that motherfucker. So this nigga Anthony Tim went over to the apartment one time, knocking at her door. And I had my goons run up on that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck is you? That's how it was. So this nigga bitched out and he used Janet as the scapegoat. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, what he told these people, my homies over there in Polo Grounds? Because these niggas came to me. I wasn't there at that moment. He told these motherfuckers that Janet was a porn star and he can get her to fuck them if they don't hit him. You know what I mean? Like, hold the fuck on, nigga. So my homies came to me. Cause you know, It's straight like that, nigga. My bitches is off limits. I got goons out here for days that got these bitches on the lookout. Ain't nobody talking to these bitches. Ain't nobody saying nothing to these bitches, nigga. Fuck out of here. It's my bitch. Damn right, nigga. I'm selfish. So these niggas, this nigga had these 10 told my homies, my goon niggas on the block that he can get Janet to fuck them because she's a porn star. If they don't hit him, because they're gonna fuck that nigga up for knocking at her door. Then my homies came to me. That nigga ran off and shit like a little bitch. And my homies came to me with that shit. Mind you, as me being Eddie, I'm like a king. You know what I'm saying? So these niggas came to me and told me about that shit. When I'm getting ready to go to work. Because I used to live right downstairs from Janet. Like she literally lived on above me on the roof, on the floor. It's the truth. I ain't lying about that shit. I was on the 3rd floor. I was on 3E and she was on 4E. She was literally above me in polo grounds. So I get to the fucking spot and Janet knows me like I wasn't somebody to go to work and stay quiet. You know what I'm saying? So I was quiet in the alcove and these motherfuckers she confronted me about that shit. Like, what the fuck is the deal? And I told her, like, yo, I'ma fuck that nigga Anthony 10 up. I told her that shit. I'ma fuck that nigga up. She told him, I guess she got a little turned on for that shit. But she knew I was that serious. Told her, yo, tomorrow when that nigga come to work, I'm gonna fuck that nigga up. Straight like that. That was February 13th. 2004. I told her, tomorrow when a nigga come to work, I'm gonna fuck that nigga up. And I told her why. I told her exactly what I just told y'all motherfuckers on YouTube. What the fuck he did, what he said. You know what I mean? I felt the type of way. So, I go to the gym to play basketball with the kids and shit in the house. Downstairs in the basement. I came up early. I went in the stab bathroom. Went in the shower. I came out. I went to the room to change my outfit, change to my clothes after I came out the shower. Janet barged in the fucking room. And me and her went at it with each other. And we started fucking. Next thing you know what I mean? One thing led to another. And as she pulling up her panties, she confronted me again about that shit. Like, yo, you really gonna fuck that nigga anything up? I'm like, yo, I don't throw it on my flag and think I'm playing around about that shit. So, Valentine's Day came. That nigga came early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he normally do. He want to introduce himself, say what up to everybody in the house. I turned around and just punched that nigga dead the fuck in his mouth. I fucked that nigga up so bad that the EMS had to pull him out in the stretcher and bring him to St. Luke Hospital. Now, as he in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? This is February 14th, 2004. As he in the fucking hospital, he pressed charges on me. Now, mind you, after he pressed charges on me, it took these niggas 7 days to actually arrest me as me being a staff. So I got arrested February 21st in Icon as me being Eddie. They brought me to Rosie building. They ain't bring me no fucking 5 building. Okay, me being Eddie, I was in Rosie building and 7 low on the light side in the 5 cell. I'm not bugging the fuck out. Okay, there's a couple of things I left in that fucking cell. I left my Bible. I left my book this book I was reading called Holes. Not holes like bitches. I'm talking about holes, digging a ditch. Okay, I left my book called The Diary of Anne Frank. I left my book called Helen Keller. There's a lot of books I left in the fucking, I left like 4 or 5 books in my cell. I left my glasses. I left my clothes. I mean, there's a few things I left that was mainly important, such as my glasses. All right. Mind you, I proposed to Janet on Valentine's Day. Or was it Valentine's Day? No. It wasn't Valentine's Day. I proposed February 12th. But And then the bullshit carried up, because I turned around as I was in Rosie, these bitches got me mad, because, mind you, these black bitches was really fucking hating that I was even a man in Rosie building and the only man to ever be in Rosie building. So these black bitches was hating because I was up in Rosie building fucking them bitches. And I ain't fucking no black bitch, so them black bitches started getting jealous about that shit. And then my bitches who I was fucking, see, they had a hearing problem. I wouldn't be surprised if they still do. Them bitches was up in there fighting these black bitches over my dick. And I'm on some shit, like, yo, I used to have these COs used to come to my cell and tell me they fighting and I'm gonna get a ticket if they get a ticket. Cause that was the agreement as I'm in Rosie. If any of my bitches that I'm fucking get a ticket, I have to get a ticket. So I have to keep my bitches in check. Now here's where the problem reacts. These bitches had a tendency of fighting almost every fucking day. So I come out and start slapping them in their face. Like, bitch, stop fucking fighting, my nigga. You dead gave me a ticket. You know, I ain't got time for this shit. Word. So, I'm still arrested for assault. You know what I mean? I'm in Rosie building or whatever the fuck may matter. Alright. Now, my wedding was still going on. Like, we was still getting married. Now, my sister Maribel and Janet came to visit me in Rosie, in Rikers Island, in Rosie building, and Janet told me that she was pregnant, and she's not coming to this island again, because she's getting nauseous and sick, because she don't like the smell of the island and the ocean when you driving across the bridge. So you don't have to come no more. So boom, they moved me to Mid-Hudson in Orange County. So now I'm up in Mid-Hudson in Orange County. I'm calling Janet every night. Like around 12 o'clock, I'm calling her when she gets off of work, and she's already in the house by 12. So me and her talking while she's in the house, in the shower and shit, we jonesing out and shit, you know what I mean? Alright, now boom. We get married, it was May 19th. All my family came, because my sister Maribel called all my family from Puerto Rico to come to America for this wedding, because they couldn't believe that I'm getting married and I'm settling down, knowing how many bitches I got in my life. They come to this shit May 19th. Now, we went from 125th, right near Magic Johnson Theaters, this church over there. Now, we couldn't have the wedding over there because it was too crowded with my family. So we took the wedding from 125th all the way to Battery Park in Beryl Hall. Boom. My father was there. Okay, I'm not bugging the fuck out. Me and Janet had an altercation on our marriage in the wedding because I didn't want to wear a button down. So I agreed to her because she was crying like a little bitch about the shit. That if I wear my button down, can I have my gun? So now I had my gun, I had my 9mm, and we got married. Simple as that. Long story short out of that. We went to Las Vegas and on our honeymoon, and she convinced me somehow to bring all these stupid motherfuckers from Icon to our fucking honeymoon. And I told this bitch, keep these motherfucking stupid ass people you call your friends away from my daughter. I don't want your friends around my child. Okay, cause these motherfuckers you fuck with is all stupid. I told her that shit. That bitch ain't fucking listen. So, anyways, I got the fuck out of Mid-Hudson after the honeymoon and all that shit was said and done. Mind you, this shit happened so fast. I came out the fucking honeymoon with, Mid-Hudson, I think was it July or June? June, it was in June. I had a court hearing in June, 2004, the end of June, around the middle of June, end of June, I had a court hearing. So they sent me to court in Manhattan, in the booking. Now I'm leaving with my Latin King niggas I was fucking on the spot. And we went back to the bus and shit. Now these Crip niggas, they came on the bus and was screaming, "Yo, said." Now I'm thinking when he said "Yo, said," I'm thinking he's talking about my set, like, you know what I mean, what I rap. I didn't know at that moment Yo set was a Crip thing, like how the Bloods be on that whoop thing, you know what I mean? So I got fooled out. Now, as I calling out my set and I'm repping my shit, this nigga disrespecting my shit. And then they started calling me a bitch and all this shit that I'm living in Rosie House and So he ain't know my team still the keys like a locksmith. So I had my hair wrapped up in a beehive with some Barbie pins when that happened. So I took this Barbie pin out my fucking head and I uncuffed the fucking handcuffs off my wrist. And I did the same shit to my homies. Boom. This nigga got caught slipping. So now as the bus turning up the bridge to go across the bridge, man, I punched the nigga dead in his fucking mouth. What the fuck you think you talking to, nigga? Me and my Latter King niggas I was with, we fucked all the niggas up in the bus. And as we fucking these niggas up, the bus fell over the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So I fell deep in the water, but it's like, yo, I know how to swim. So as that bus was going down, it's like, yo, the CO already had opened the gate from the back of the bus. So I had an easier access to get the fuck out. So we going down in the water, everybody bugging the fuck out. I'm not bugging, because like I said, I know how to swim. I opened the door from where the driver's seat was at. I came out the fucking bus. And I'm swimming, and I realized down the bottom of the ocean that that's the entrance to my father's fish tank. So I went up in that shit, you know what I mean? And I went back in my fucking room and I morphed my identity from being Eddie to being Mikey. And now when I fell in the water, somehow then my red eyes went in the sky in New York City as me being Eddie. You know what I'm saying? So I gave myself being Mikey. Mikey had back his Barbie hazel eyes. And that's when everybody found Mikey. 2 weeks later, after Eddie fell in the water on Rikers Island, you all of a sudden found Mikey. You couldn't snap into reality to put 2 and 2 together to know Eddie was Mikey the whole time of that shit? Because now that you lost Eddie, you all of a sudden found Mikey, but the whole time you was with Eddie, nobody knew where was Mikey. It's common sense, B. I'm gonna tell you like this. My eyes is in the sky in New York City. It's red. Red ruby eyes is in the sky in New York City, right? Everybody knows that shit. Obama tried to tell people those are his red eyes. But my only question to that is, why is it you can see them red eyes in the sky and I can't? If them eyes are not mine, the way you saying they're yours. You see them shits. I don't see them. If I look in the sky right now, when I'm outside, my eyes all of a sudden go into the sky where I can't see it. It's like my eyes are playing peekaboo on me. But this nigga Howard trying to tell people, because he's Obama, he trying to tell people those are his red eyes in the sky when I'm telling you they're mine. I mean, it's just logical shit. You gotta put 2 and 2 together. How do I know so much about the Bible? You ain't never saw me read the fucking Bible in your entire life as me being Mikey. So how the fuck do I know histories and stories and chapters into this Bible shit if I didn't read it before? The only way you gonna know about it unless you read it. Because I don't go to church. So how the fuck do I know about the Bible if I did not read this shit before? Okay, I'm telling you, I read the Bible. Nigga, I read it when I was Eddie in Rosie Building. My Bible was in my fucking cell in Rikers Island. I'm not bugging, nigga. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. When I was Eddie, I was in Rosie Building on the light side and 7 lower in the 5 cell. Alright? If you go to the 5 building, you got 7 lower on the dark side. But if you go to Rosie, they got 7 lower on the light side. I'm not bugging the fuck out. I was in the 5 cell. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Hold on. And if I'm not Eddie on that category, how do I know that particular documentations on Eddie if I'm not him? Y'all motherfuckers got a problem, B. You're not gonna tell somebody like Janet she can't recognize her husband when I'm talking like this. It's common sense. You never saw Eddie with Mikey. You never saw Mikey with Eddie. But once you lost Eddie, you all of a sudden had Mikey. But when you was with Eddie, nobody knew where was Mikey. So how the fuck do I know about Eddie if nobody talked to me about him? Because once he fell in the water, everybody got together and agreed to literally keep Eddie a confidentiality of a business. Nobody can talk about him no more. So how the fuck do I know about this nigga? If then nobody talked to me about him, son, because when he supposedly your recommendation died, everybody agreed to stay quiet about it. How do I know about this motherfucker? You ain't never saw me talking about this man a day in my life. Nobody ever talked to me about him, nothing. You try to play me like I'm stupid when I'm telling you I'm him. Those are my red eyes in the sky. When I fell in the water as Eddie, my eyes were in the sky. Don't fucking play with me, B. Don't fucking play with me, because now I just told you a short, detailed, brief story on Eddie. So if I'm telling you shit about this man, how the fuck am I not that man? If you can't find him nowhere else. My father's in that water looking for him right now. And now he's understanding I am him. How do I know what cell and what house he was in Rosie building? Eddie was a fucking man. What is he doing in Rosie building? How do I know Eddie was in Rosie building? If I'm not Eddie, didn't nobody talk to me about this fucking man? Come on, B. You starting a war for no fucking reason. Just kill that nigga Obama. Just keep on lying, my nigga. He's telling people those are his red eyes in the sky. Kill him. I'm telling you, my nigga, you don't kill that nigga, I'm gonna kill everybody in this country. Cause that pussy motherfucker started this war. Once he bombed the Bronx and Puerto Rico in the middle. He kills too many people to think he don't deserve to be arrested for that shit. That's how a nigga feel. He don't get arrested, I'ma kill everybody in this bitch. And take only the bitches I'm fucking. I will take only the bitches I'm fucking with me and kill everybody else. On some fuck being friends, brothers, sisters, and all that shit. Nah, fuck that. You united to play me like I'm stupid? Nah, fuck you. Drop dead, motherfucker. I'm straight up about that shit. You ain't gonna play me like I don't know who the fuck I am. How do I know my father got an entrance to his fish tank to go into my cemetery inside the water of Rikers Island Bridge? Come on, P, that's where Eddie fell in the water. So how the fuck do I know that there's an entrance into my father's fish tank in that water? When Eddie fell in there, well, I fell in there as Eddie. I'm not bugging, nigga. I know exactly what the fuck I'm saying. If you don't kill Obama, something bad gonna happen.